Okay, and we're back. And we have to go to something about Frank, helping Frank out. So let's go ahead and do that. Anime girls.
It was hopeless. Edna's balloon was hanging out of reach. Lily had always liked the large painting in the main hall. It showed a dining table after a big meal, with a man in the center who had found the last cookie. Lily giggled at the thought that he would eat it all by himself, no matter how much the others begged. The school clock was out of reach. The gargoyle seemed to worry about its companion, but it also didn't lift a finger to stop it from falling. Typical. The gargoyle had lost its balance long ago. Only a thin rope was stopping it from falling. Why didn't it just give up? Firecrackers. How did they ever get up there? Capu was the nicest guy at the convent school. Lily liked him so much that she had even named her cockroach after him. That reminded her that
sweet.
she'd been meaning to punch air holes in the box for weeks.
I'm sorry to tell you, but...
Lily! Nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great, just as you are.
Lily's heart skipped a beat. This might have been the nicest thing anyone ever said to her.
I suppose if I press this... okay.
Lily had asked for a musket last Christmas. Instead, she'd been given a muskrat nibbling on gingerbread.
Hey, don't touch it. That's my old Boy Scout equipment. I might be old, but I can tell you stories that'll make your ears ring. Some of them are about my old Boy Scout equipment, but only certified Boy Scouts are allowed to touch it. So get your hands... Oh.
Another treasure chest. Today was probably the happiest day in Lily's life. Right after the day she didn't have to eat rhubarb because one of her teeth had cracked.
Right after that day?
Hey, don't touch it. That's my only certified...
Okay, got it.
Someone had trapped the guinea pig in a glass.
Oh, no.
The animal took it in stride. It didn't even try breaking out.
I'll save you.
There were 3 empty pedestals on the shelf. That could mean something. Or nothing at all. Oh, it wasn't the skeleton from biology class after all. It was just the old man again. From history class.
Oh, a visitor. What a rare animal. The hawk. But I don't mean the remake. I mean the original with extra ketchup, please.
What?
How rude of me. I forgot to tell you, how it used to be. When the pyramids were built, I was the chief flogger on the north side. Yes, in my life I've unified Tibet, I said. Back then, I served as a carpet beater under 3 different Dalai Lamas. For one of them, I was even there as a rebirth assistant in the maternity ward. It was very different from the year I was an interior decorator for the Mayas. Build a mythical sliding puzzle here, hide a few artifacts in dark alcoves over there. Oh yes, I was building secret crypts when you were still in the indie band Inquisition Overload. But it flopped, unfortunately. The time wasn't right for that kind of music. Plus, our drummer had the plague. I got old. So old that all I'm good for now is as an exhibition piece for history I'll get to that in a moment. First, I wanted to tell you, telling stories takes a lot of skill. That's why I worked for a while as an exhibition piece for history class in a convent school. I just had to tell stories about my adventures once a week. For example, how I used to excavate secret crypts with the Templars below the school chapel. Or about my time as a lighting assistant for the moon landing.
Sorry about that, was my phone, guys. This is what we want to know.
What? I must have dropped off for a moment. But I was just going to tell you an exciting story from my past. Was it the story of how I tried to navigate to Cape Town and ended up discovering the Eurasian continent? Oh, I know. I wanted to tell you how I helped the Templar Knights build the convent chapel, right? I was particularly happy because I had eaten a banana. Or was I sad because all there was to eat was coconuts again? No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my heroic valor. Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? But I think I had an apple that day. Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And angry while building the chapel? Oh, what poppycock. I'm getting everything mixed up. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote, so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts below the convent chapel. Uh-oh, someone tidied up the shelf. That's where the objects for my 3 E's should be. Emotion, engagement, and eating. Now I can't make a fool of myself. Now let's see. No fear. I haven't forgotten your earlier question. On the contrary, I'm known for remembering everything all the time. This is thanks to a little trick I learned from an old Chinese mason long ago. All I need is a memory aid, like objects that remind me of the 3 E's. The first E stands for emotion. It tells me whether I was sad, happy, or angry in that situation. The second E stands for engagement. It reminds me of whether I overcame the situation with strength, heroic courage, or sleepiness. The third E stands for eating. To remember, I have to know which fruit I ate that day. Vitamins are good for the...
Did that one. Well, clues. Let's do those.
I know exactly what you're looking for. an instructive story about my time with the Templar Knights. Unfortunately, my memory aid is still missing a few important pieces. If I only knew what the 3 E's for this story were. But right now, all I can remember are a few vague associations. 4, to be precise. As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly one emotion and promotes one characteristic. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples, because they always helped me be very strong.
What's the one that made you live so long?
I could only do heroic deeds on days when I wasn't sad. On the other hand, if I was angry, I could never show great strength. Coconuts were always good at preventing sleepiness. On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple, nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad about a banana, or happy about a coconut. Did I tell you about my memory aid yet? I don't think so. All I need are 3 objects that remind
Yeah, we
me
got
of
that.
or more. Does
3 E's, okay. I'm pretty sure we got it. Okay, so gotta find the 3 E's.
The mask was tightly screwed into the wall. But did that also mean that one wasn't allowed to take it?
Whoa.
Only means you have to find the right tools. Something small enough to loosen the screws.
Oh, what luck! Lily was relieved. Each mask had 2 tiny holes for screws. Not even Lily's fingers could fit in there. The mask, but did that...
Something.
Okay.
Oh,
same,
what luck!
Same voice. Okay.
Shibuya power! Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing! Miyorushi Sparkle! Miyorushi Sparkle! She doesn't look any happier than before. By the spring of Gugu Oshima, Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing! Still no effect. I bet it's the fault of those school bullies.
We hate them.
Exactly. They are just as bad as the authorities.
Or the dark forces.
Or the financial system.
Down with the dark forces.
Let them all perish in an endless inferno. I already told you, you're not getting my hairpin. Only a true warrior of the light is worthy of it.
Powers of the light, call upon the moon spirits.
And until you start helping us fight the dark forces with a cool paramilitary campaign, don't even think of asking for our help.
Miyorushi Sparkle! Miyorushi Sparkle!
Just look at her face.
Typical.
We're probably too extreme for her, and we are. Just like Riot Girl.
Riot Girl rules! Shing! Shing!
Don't you dare tell me you've never seen a Riot Girl anime or read a Riot Girl manga.
Never heard of it.
Ugh. That's what I thought.
Because the Riot Girl is totally shiny. Down with the dark forces.
And Riot Girl is totally fighting against society more than anything. That's why we're also totally fighting against society.
Because Riot Girl is totally cool.
That's why we have to destroy society. You can help us if you want.
Down with the dark forces.
This is really funny to me. Okay. Let's see what we need to do here. Oops, sorry.
Ooh, look who's coming to get her recipe back. If it isn't our little goody two-shoes Lily, you better split before I tie your shoelaces together. Or worse. Oh, you really want the recipe back, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Well, I didn't know that. Just give me a sec, so I can wrap it up for you with a bow.
Hey.
Lily was touched. It was so rare for her to get presents.
You so don't have a clue, do you? Get lost, Lily, or I'll be forced to call you names.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a real badass. Just face it. You're not tough enough to make any demands around here. Tell me, how come you even dare to come here anyway? You know we're not allowed to play in the garden anymore. Or did Mother Superior send you? You can tell your beloved Mother Superior that I don't give a damn about her stupid rules. Ha! But I bet you're too scared. You're scared of your echo, right? And you should be, because one day, when you least expect it, who knows? You might turn around and see that someone has stolen your milk. Well. What's this? Is this you standing up for yourself? Just look at you, Lily, with your bow and your braids. You don't actually think you can stand up to a bad boy like me, do you? I was playing with matches before you'd said your first morning prayer. How could I ever take someone like you seriously? Do you know how to spit cherry pits? Or hunt sparrows with a slingshot? Just face it. You'll never be as tough as me, and that means you won't get your recipe either.
It looked like the termites had found a new home. And one of the gnomes that Lily saw now and then was in the process of painting it in various colors. Too bad that Freeman was no longer here. He would probably have liked it too. Oh, how wonderfully the fully operational detonator on the aircraft bomb blinked!
What have you got now? I hope it's a weapon for the battle against... But that's a real detonator, and it's live!
You have to defuse it, Suka! Hurry!
But with what?
With the power of love!
What? Are you... Wait! I know! Phew, that was close.
We'll snitch to Mother Superior.
Exactly. This time you really went too far, Lily. What on earth are you thinking? You're even crazier than I thought.
Totally un-gumbo.
Don't just stand there. Get that bomb away from us. Take it somewhere where it can't do any damage. A bomb-proof place, a fireproof drum, or something like that?
The hairpins sparkled seductively, but to pull them out, Lily first had to find a bomb-proof location to dispose of the warhead. Memphis was trembling all over. No wonder. The stove had gone out.
What? Quick! Close the door before anyone sees me! This is the last safe place in the entire convent, and I want it to stay that way. Don't even try talking me out of it. I'm staying here. It's much too dangerous out there.
Lily had no idea what Memphis was talking about, but he'd always been jumpy.
But... Psst! Someone might hear you, and then they'll take away my hiding place. And if they take away my hiding place, then I'll definitely be next. The stove is the safest place in the entire convent. You know,
Doubt
it
it.
has a corrupt steel casing, titanium reinforced interior walls, and is lead coated inside. I'd even survive a bomb attack in here. Now get lost before someone discovers me. If you're looking for your recipe, talk to Shawnee. He pocketed it.
La 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 la.
The end of the world is near.
It was the perfect place to get rid of the detonator.
What's that? What do you have there?
Lily could finally use the hairpin.
Does it have to blink like that?
Lily
Oh,
closed
no.
the door again to keep Memphis's hiding place safe.
Lily?
Something seemed to be wrong with Lily's ears today. She kept hearing all these sounds.
I gotta go back in. Oh no.
Digested grass, rat, pigeon. Lily assumed these cans were meant for the cafeteria. Lily got along great with Doris, the lunch lady. That's why she knew Doris would start throwing knives if anyone messed up her pantry. The stove was black and empty, just like the mirror that always appeared in Lily's dreams.
So I got the hairpin now.
Perfect. The hairpin fit exactly into the holes.
Okay. Now we gotta get the one of the E's. Ugh, she just looks mean. Let's see here. Here it is. Okay.
Mother Superior drank a calming tea. Maybe she should switch brands.
What are you creeping around here for? Feed the cat! Don't tell me you're done already. No. That's what I thought. I am slowly losing the will to keep constantly having to remind you children of what good values are. Take a look at the embroideries on the wall. They depict all of the important virtues. Superiority, strength, and self-control. I'm quite aware that self-control is missing. Do you think I'm blind? Now leave. I have to drink a calming tea. If you pass the classroom, remind Birgit to hurry up with her embroidering. If the self-control motif isn't finished today, I will really blow my top.
Edna always knew a few good jokes about bananas. But since Lily was such a good girl, she didn't understand any of them.
Ha ha ha.
Lily liked apples. They were healthy, and sometimes you found worms in them. At least they listened when you spoke to them. The coconuts were quiet today, but it didn't matter. By now, Lily knew enough about shrunken heads.
That seems relatable. Okay.
Something was missing here. And even if it wasn't Lily's fault this time, she felt guilty anyway. Just as a prevention.
This is Doris. Doris has no face.
Lily liked Doris, and her feelings were reciprocated.
What are you gawking at me for, you stupid little brat?
She was tough on the outside, but soft on the inside.
Keep gawking like that and I'll wring your neck!
At least she liked children.
Oh, how I loathe you children! I wish you'd all die of smallpox!
Aside from Edna, Doris was Lily's best friend.
What was that? You impertinent little slug! I can't stand it when people gossip about me behind my back! The youth of today is becoming ever more insolent! No wonder, with all the violence and foul language in the media! If I could, I'd twist your heads off one by one! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers! Otherwise something terrible might happen here! Before you ask for more food again, it's been hours since I held a canning jar in my hand. My hands always get a bit nervous at times like this. They break everything they touch. Children's legs, children's arms. I just can't control them.
Jesus.
Now I understand. You came to complain about the food, right? Well, then I have bad news for you. Children only get food from canning jars, and that's that. My hands are trained to twist.
What the heck?
For nothing.
Okay,
Plus
sorry about
some
that.
kind of court order that says I gotta open 10 jars a day. You can thank my idiotic lawyer for that. Anything else? Do I have to explain it to you with puppets? Mealtime ended long ago. The only thing that I'm still cooking today is food for Mother Superior's cat. And the food for Mother Superior herself. Or I should say I would. But my knife disappeared. And on top of that, the stove in the cellar has gone out. So I couldn't cook anything anyway. However, the most important thing is that Mother Superior still wanted to send a recipe to me. You don't happen to have it on you, do you? No recipe? Yeah, then there's no reason for you to be here.
Stove isn't on yet.
Forget the recipe. As long as the stove in the cellar is out, I won't be cooking anything anyway.
And no knife.
Don't bother. I won't be able to cook without my knife anyway. When I get my hands on the child that stole my knife, they'll be amazed with all the things a knife can do. What's the matter? Why are you staring at me like that? What are you even doing here between meal times? I know what I'm doing here. A jail sentence commuted to 10 years community service on probation, thanks to diminished responsibility. Blah, 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 blah. Do you really want to hear this?
Nope.
Yeah, Mother Superior didn't want to hear it either. And as long as she doesn't ask about it directly...
Okay, gonna end this part here, and we'll pick it up in the next one. Thank you for watching.